Welcome to another video. Today we are playing Umi Control, and this is super competitive Umi Control. This is a list I found on duelxmeta.com, and it belongs to Lindetwin. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name correctly, but Lindetwin actually shouted me out in his deck tips little article he wrote with the deck list. So, thanks for the shout out. Glad I am keeping people interested in Yugioh MasterDuel. So, what's the super extra spice that we got? It is Mithra, the Thunder Vassel, and I was very surprised to see a Thunder card being played in Umi Control, usually all waters, but what this card does is it special summons itself, giving you a monster tribute, and it gives your opponent a Vassal token, which is light attribute. So if you tribute summon your Ocean Dragon Lord, well, I'll just show you. Let's go on to the gameplay. Alright, we're going first, and we got the Mithra. Let's show off this card's effects. So we're going to try and bait an Ash Blossom. Doesn't seem like opponent has anything. Let's activate. It special summons itself to the field and gives our opponent that nice little token. Let's tribute summon the Ocean Dragon Lord, and we have an Umi in hand, but if we didn't, we could search an Umi with a Dragon Lord, activate it, and an opponent would be forced to not be able to summon. They have to go to attack mode and attack us. They lose their battle phase to get rid of this token off the field so they can summon their one monster. So there you go. That is extra spicy. Just locking your opponent out. They don't even get to summon their own monster. They're forced to have this Vassal token. So let's search for the Sea Stealth, pass the opponent. And this is a very cruel way to play Umi Control. Usually I play, some very fun deck lists that involve a lot of synchro summoning. This is straight up, I'm going to lock you out of playing monsters. Look, opponent forced to set. They're playing Madolches. They can't summon a single monster. Well, let's activate Feather Duster. Opponent got Crossout. Crossout going to negate the Feather Duster. But, keeping your two other spells, I don't know if this is going to save you, opponent. Let's use Ocean Dragon Lord's effect, and let's use the effect of our Ice Barrier in the graveyard. We're going to get the Kairyu-Shin's Dark Reef. So you can special summon some Umi monsters. Get our Whale. Let's get our other copy of Kairyu-Shin. So we got backup. We got backup on backup. And let's start attacking. Clear out this monster. We're going to leave him with a token. Pass back to their turn. Force them to have another turn with no summons, but opponent not willing to play through the luck. They're done. Alright, if you like this deck list, I'm going to show you the full list, and I'll have a link in the description if you want to see the full list. But let's go and see how competitive this deck is. I'm going to show you every game I played with this deck. Not a single game has been cut. Let's go. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, we got another spicy tech here. General Ryo. Getting this monster on the field, usually you want to do it with Mega Fortress Will's effect. When it just gets destroyed, you can special summon a Water Warrior from your deck. And whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, they have to discard a card or the effect is negated. And it doesn't sound like it's that bad, they just negate cards to get the effects they want. But if a deck activates a lot of monster effects, they're going to run out of cards pretty fast. Our opponent is summoning a Splash Mage, and they are playing Salamangreats. Let's see how strong their board is. They're going to end with the Decode Tucker Heat Soul and past us. Now, our hand is a little clunky. We do have an evenly matched, so let's try and evenly match, clear our opponent's board. Evenly matched is one of the tech cards here. An opponent has a Solemn Judgment as their one set card. Solemn going to negate the evenly matched. That's actually really bad for us because we gave up our battle phase. Now we have no way to attack through this Decode Talker Heat Soul. So let's try activating the Foolish Burial Goods. Get an Ice Barrier in the graveyard. We're going to activate it. And opponent has a Ghost Bell. This is some wacky stuff. You don't usually see Ghost Bell, but opponent going to negate the effect of our Ice Barrier, so we're not going to get to search. And now all we got is a single Sea Stealth 2. So that is not a great opener. A bit of a clunky hand, very clunky. And opponent is going to make a Transcode Talker. They're going to make Salamangreat Circle, and it's not going to be very hard for them to get lethal here. We do get to summon our Whale though, so maybe our opponent will forget to destroy our little Sea Stealth 2. If Sea Stealth 2 survives, we get to summon our Whale. Opponent going straight to battle. They forgot to destroy the Umi, but opponent has another Ghost Bell. Ghost Bell can negate this effect, and why can it negate? Well, this card can summon from the hand, but it also can summon from the graveyard. And even though we want to summon a monster from hand, we don't even have a monster in graveyard to summon. Because it can summon from the graveyard, Ghost Bell can negate. So we don't get to summon our Whale. Very rude opponent. And that's lethal damage on us. So very sad. But you know what? That's okay. We're going to lose some games. We're getting used to the deck. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, so I did make some minor changes to the deck. If you go and check out Lindetwin's deck list, you're going to see not playing evenly matched, but I chose to play evenly. It was in the deck guide that you could play evenly instead. Dark Ruler No More was what was in the deck instead. So I'm playing the evenlies instead of Dark Ruler No More. Just because, you know, I had evenly matched. I didn't want to spend my UR gems. I got a lot of gems right now, though. I got a lot of gems. I'm actually overflowing in gems because Konami very nicely gave everyone 1,000 gems. So, you know, check out MasterDuel gets you free gems. Opponent negating our Ocean Dragon Lord so they can summon. Let's see what else they got here. We got our Umi lock set up. Opponent playing Tenyis. Now I think they forgot. Tenyis Sword Soul actually really badly impacted by Legendary Ocean because it reduces the level of all their monsters. Opponent gonna return this to hand, so we're gonna just save our Ocean Dragon Lord. Hope they can't get lethal. Try and jank him out. We do have the Umi, Sea Stealth 2, sorry, that can special summon our Mega Fortress Whale during the battle phase. Opponent forgetting or something. They didn't activate this Moyi. They summoned it, but they didn't get the token, and this Moyi is a level 3. So that's a little awkward for them probably. They're activating Maxi. Maybe no other worm in hand. I'm not sure why they should have gone for the Moyi first. It is water, so they could have just summoned it, got the token. Well, we'll see. We're going to summon our whale, pop their normal monster. Whale's going to die, and when he dies, special summon the Raiho. Now, if our opponent activates any monster effects, they got to discard a card. We'll see how powerful this effect is. We draw Jellyfish, very nice. We're going to activate the Ocean Dragon Lord. Now, if we wanted to activate Pot, you got to do it first, so choosing not to activate Pot this turn. Let's activate our Umi. Special summon Mega Fortress Whale from the graveyard. No reason to do it, just for fun. He's not doing anything this turn. Opponent is not dead though. Let's set some back row. Set a Kyrushin's Dark Reef and another Sea Stealth, or our first Sea Stealth attack. Can hopefully protect our monsters. We got Jellyfish on the field to negate. Opponent summoning Neclasia. We're going to let this go. They do have to discard a card. And they're summoning a Moyi. They got to discard another card to do this. Revealing in hand, the Taya. Gonna discard the Taya to activate Moyi's effect, make the token. They are gonna imperm. Targeting our Ocean Dragon Lord, but they are realizing right now that their levels are messed up because of the Legendary Ocean, and they're gonna surrender. Alright, that was a pretty savage beatdown of poor Sword Soul. Let's go on to the next game. Yeah, I gotta say, General Raiho was looking pretty spicy in that last game. Did a lot of work against Sword Soul here. Well, let's start with the pot. Try to draw 2 here. Luckily, opponent doesn't stop it. Activate our Fish Sonar. Just go into the classic Ocean Dragon Lord. Now, this deck list is very consistent. If you want to play like very high tier games, you know you want to get high wins. You want to make your opponent sad, not let him play the game. This is the deck list for you. This is just super consistent, a lot of draw power, and you're just going to get this Ocean Dragon lock. Go in second. You got some good interaction pieces with Harpy's Feather Duster. There's no jank here. There's no Sword Soul going on. There's no Pacifist Field spell. You're going very hard into the Ocean Dragon Lord lock. There's no fallback plan. Opponent is negating with an imperm, so they're going to get to summon this turn. But their levels are messed up if they're water, so we'll see what opponent's got. Opponent summoning a Rescue Cat. Let's pop the Rescue Cat using the Doom Kraken that we had in hand. Returning our negated Ocean Dragon Lord back to the hand here. Opponent is going to triple Tactics Talent, try and steal one of our monsters. Jellyfish will negate. But now opponent's kind of got free reign with the rest of the cards in their hand here. And they're playing Tri-Brigade. Tri-Brigade potentially could banish a monster or a card from our field. They go into the Shureg, but they're going into Verte. Verte is going to let them summon a fusion monster potentially. So let's banish. The reason we're doing this now, we're banishing the Jellyfish. If opponent goes into DPE, we want to protect our face-up cards from destruction, our face-up spell traps. So let's see what the opponent does here. Opponent drawn, discarding, activating the Verte, activating a branded fusion from the deck. That's not what I was expecting. Going into Mirror Jade. Alright, Mirror Jade can banish monsters from our field. So good thing our Jellyfish is safe here. They won't be able to activate this effect on our turn, and they are attacking into our Ice Barrier. Negate his effect, make his attack 0. Let's search with the Ice Barrier. And we're going to send the whale to the graveyard, and we're going to add the whale back to hand. They're going to get a search for the Trebria kit here. But now we got Jellyfish back on field. Mirror Jade is fully negated. Attack is 0 permanently. Let's normal summon our Ocean Dragon Lord. Activate the Jellyfish. Special summon the Whale. And opponent does not want to see it. They are done. Wow, we're just destroying this ladder here. I think that deck was the one that won the Invitational Tournament. Let's go on to the next game. Alright. Another interesting hand here. We got Search for Legendary Ocean. We got Search for the Ocean Dragon Lord. Let's see if this resolves. It does. We got that Legendary Ocean. Living the dream here. Let's send the Ice Bear to the graveyard. Activate Search. We're going to get that Ocean Dragon Lock. We're going to get it going. We even have Sea Stealth in hand if our Ocean Dragon Lord gets negated. Let's activate Legendary Ocean. Summon the Dragon Lord. Activate to search. We're going to get the Kyroshin's Dark Reef. Set 2. Pass a turn. We don't even need to set the reef. We're going to hold it. Let's activate Sea Stealth attack. Opponent is playing Dragon Maids. Not sure what opponent's plan is here. They're going to summon a Parlor Dragon Maid. Sending a Dragon Maid changeover. Activating. We'll see what they do here. They are locked. We got the Umi lock going. They cannot summon a monster if they control, or they cannot summon any non-water monsters if they control a non-water monster. Making a House Dragon Maid. Oh, opponent, you better not be going to attacks here. Opponent didn't read. Oh, they did not read Sea Stealth attack, and they're dead. They are done. They're out of here. Shame scooping. To Umi control. Alright, sorry opponent. Maybe next time your Dragon Maids will do better. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, so far the deck list is doing pretty hot. Only one loss. We've got like 4 or 5 wins so far. Let's start by activating the pot. Opponent got Ash Blossom. Alright, soon, bound to happen sooner or later. Someone's going to Ash our pot. But we got the Foolish Bear Goods in hand. So glad to get that out of the way. Let's activate Foolish Bear Goods. Send our Ice Bear to the graveyard. Activate Search for our Ocean Dragon Lord. And you can see how consistent this is. Like, we're going to be doing this every game. Let's summon the Jellyfish. Activate. Special summon the Dragon Lord. An opponent has a Ghost Ogre. Gonna pop our Jelly. That's pretty sad. It means we lose our negate during our opponent's turn, but we still get the summon. Let's activate the Ocean Dragon Lord. Get ourselves a Sea Stealth 2. That's gonna let us resummon our Jellyfish from the graveyard. Set the Sea Stealth from hand. Pass to the opponent. Toggle on so we can activate in standby phase. Opponent gonna negate the negating the Ocean Dragon Lord, so they're not locked. We had Umi lock with the Sea Stealth 2, but now we do not. So we gotta hope our opponent can't get us here. Opponent playing Sword Soul Tenyi. Again, Legendary Ocean is gonna mess up their levels. Let's see what they do here. Getting the Taya. Taya gonna banish from graveyard. Make the token. They're forced into level 7. Now, Sword Soul does often have level 7s. Yep, they got the Yazi. So Yazi gonna target a card on the field and pop it. Let's see what they target. Opponent is targeting the Umi. Sea Stealth 2. Alright, so we have the option of protecting this by banishing the Sea Stealth attack. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna banish our Ocean Dragon Lord. Protect our spells from getting popped. Opponent is going to pop the Yazi. Yazi's second effect is going to activate. Special summon a worm from the deck in defense position. Getting the Vishuda here. Now remember, their levels are still getting messed up by Legendary Ocean. They're going into Baxia. Baxia going to shuffle 2 cards on the field into the deck. Is this the end? We could be in big trouble here. All we got left is our Legendary Ocean. Opponent getting an Ashuna. Go into battle. Attacking us. Not for lethal damage. This is not even half our life points. And we get our Ocean Dragon Lord back. Umi Lock is back online. Opponent has to sack a monster. And opponent realizing they cannot get through the Umi Lock and they are done. We were going to search for another Sea Stealth attack. We had a paw here. Opponent was in big trouble. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Alright, so far we have been clapping people left and right. But I'm about to make a big mistake. We got a great hand here. We got a great hand. And I'm worried about Ash Blossom. So I activate my Foolish Barrel Goods. But it turns out I was the fool. Not this Foolish Barrel Goods. Because Pot of Extravagance, you have to activate at the start of your main phase. If you do activate something else, you cannot activate Pot. So we really should have activated the Pot first. We're going to realize our mistake here. But it's too late. Let's search with the Ice Barrier. Get an Ice Tree Tremora. Special summon the Mega Fortress Whale. Opponent has Max C. Alright, they get to draw a card. Whale gonna get summoned in defense mode. If they pop the whale, then we get to special summon the Ryo. So we do have a little bit of protection here. If they go to battle phase, whale's gonna pop a monster on field. So we just gotta hope our whale doesn't get banished and our opponent's playing Sword Soul. It's bound to happen sooner or later. We're finally up against Sword Soul and they have the upper hand. We really should have activated that Pot of Extravagance there. Opponent going into the Grandmaster. They're gonna get another Sword Soul. Taya sent to graveyard. Special summon the Strategist. Che-Yang. Not lethal yet, but now opponent's getting the Sacred Summit. And you know what that means. They're going to banish a card from their graveyard. That's going to activate the effect of the Supreme Sovereign. They banish a card from field, banish from graveyard. We got nothing to defend ourselves from this lethal damage, and we're dead. Alright, well, you know what? That was my fault, misplay. If you play better than me, you know what? You'll get an even higher win rate. Let's go on to the last game. Alright, one last game here, then I'll show off the deck list. We finally got the Mithra. We're going second though. So opponents gonna get to do their wombo combo before we do. Could have summoned that Mithra, given him a token, stop him from summoning. But you know what? We can go second as well. This deck is not afraid of going second. Opponent doing Tri Brigade things. Now I'm expecting them to make an Appaloosa, because that's usually a strong play going first when you're playing Tri Brigade and got a lot of summons. But opponent is going straight into Shurig and then making a Simorg. Are they going to try and lock us with Wind Barrier Statue? Opponent is doing more combos, more wombo combos here. Making a Ensemble Robin. That's going to interact with special summon monsters. If we special summon a monster, they can detach a material, target the card, return to hand. We don't need to special summon. Let's pass back to our turn. Opponent used their Simorg to summon a Mist Valley Apex Avian. That's going to be a once per turn negate. So let's see how to break through this. We're not going to make a mistake with that pot anymore. Let's activate the pot first. Draw 2 cards. Now you haven't seen me use the extra deck once. We do not need the extra deck. Let's activate our Legendary Ocean. Opponent, you're going to negate this. They know what's happening. They're going to negate. But we got 1, 2, 3 other copies with Warrior of the Atlantis. Not a once per turn. We can discard it, search for a Legendary Ocean. So let's activate. Get Legendary Ocean number 2. Activate. And we're going to normal summon. We could have special summoned the Mithra here, but there's no reason to. Let's normal summon the Ocean Dragon Lord. Get around Lyriluft's Ensemble's effect. They leave only interestingly, they leave only the Ensemble. Really thought they would leave the Simorg. Has higher attack than our Ocean Dragon Lord, but they chose to keep the Ensemble. Alright, let's activate. Get ourselves a Sea Stealth attack. Let's activate Fish Sonar. There are no normal monsters in this deck, so we're going to search for the Doom Kraken. That'll let us protect, potentially, our Ocean Dragon Lord, pop a monster on our opponent's turn. And let's pass the turn. We're not going to attack. Ensemble's effect lets them add a card to the hand. We don't know what this set card is. You know, we're playing a control deck. Let's play it safe. They can't summon anything. Activate Sea Stealth attack. We're going to wait till we get our directly attacking whale. Opponent going for Fire Formation Tenki. They are not able to summon monsters, and they're gonna quit. They are done, realizing they can't summon anything. That's a concede right there. All right, so maybe we're the villains, but you know what? Deck is pretty powerful. You saw these are all platinum games, and we only lost twice. Once probably to my misplay. So hey, you know what? Very powerful. Let's go on to the deck list. All right, here is Lindetwin's full deck. You saw the Mithra Thunder Vassel in that first game. Very powerful going first, giving your opponent that token to mess them up, make them lose their battle phase. We got 3 Warrior Atlantis, Doom Kraken, a single piece of interaction, which is actually quite strong. Maybe a card I should put back into my regular Umi control list. We got triple Electric Jellyfish. We got a single Ice Jade Tremora, triple Ocean Dragon Lord, 1 General Ryo, 2 Mega Fortress Whales, very interesting. The second Mega Fortress Whale did not come up in any of my games. Not sure if it's worth running 2. Also, this deck list has 41 cards. You know how I feel about that. We're going to cut it down to 40. 1 single Kaiju, which is searchable. We got a single Feather Duster, triple Foolish Barragoods, triple Pot of Extrav, just maximum consistency here. Single Pot of Prosperity. We got triple Fish Sonar, triple Legendary Ocean, double Sea Stealth 2, double Ice Barrier, double Evenly Matched for going second, Karishan's Dark Reef, and 2 Sea Stealth attacks. In the extra deck, I did actually change Lindetwin's deck list because he is running a copy of Instant Fusion instead of the third Mithra, the Thunder Vassel. And I wanted to show off Mithra, so that's why I'm running it at 3, because we just got to natively draw it. So I'm running 3 Mithras instead of a Instant Fusion. And so that means in the extra deck I took out the poly targets, the Instant Fusion targets, and just put in more Xyzs, but I did not use my extra deck at all. I played, what, 10 games? No extra deck use. You don't need it. You don't need extra deck. All it's there for is being used for the pots. So you don't need extra deck for this deck list. Let's go through it anyway. I'm just running a bunch of Xyzs. We got Stealth Kragans, we got Zeus, we got some Lynx, we got triple Coral Anemone. This is, I guess, one of the ones you're going to want the most, but that's why we're running at 3, because we're banishing random cards from our extra deck. But there you go. That's the full list, max power. Thanks so much to Lindetwin for the shoutout, and I wish you best of luck with this deck. It's pretty strong. Alright, hope you liked today's video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.